So before I started the video, I wanted to talk about the Gnome Awards. I only started this channel around 10 months ago. I know there's no way in hell that I'm going to be able to actually even get nominated, but I thought why not give it a go. So if you enjoy my content even slightly, I'd appreciate if you can click the link in the description and nominate me for the Gnome Award. The only ones that would make sense are the Newcomer Awards, but again, obviously I know that it's a long shot. But yeah, let's get into the new boss. It's called the Mad Angel, and it lives on the new player-designed island Wormscrag. Wormscrag was the winner of the player-designed island competition. This boss isn't too difficult, it sits in the mid-game somewhere between Royal Titans and Scurious. It's definitely a very entry-level mid-game boss. It's located inside the church. To unlock this boss, you need to do the new quest Fallen from Grace. Once you do the quest, you can kill her repeatedly. The quest itself is very easy, but there are some requirements for the quest. To get to the boss, you have a few options. The quickest way, but the most expensive, is the new teleport scrolls that the boss drops, and it teleports you right outside the church. This is the fastest route once you get some drops from the boss, or you can just sell them. They drop in a stack of 2 and the drop rate is really good. You can also use the Slayer ring. This puts you just north of the boss, near where the golem was during the quest. Run up to the golem, click through, go up the stairs and straight to the boss room. The necklace of passage is the way I've been getting there. It's not as close as the teleport scroll, but it's still very good. You'll need to run a little bit and climb the rocks from the shortcut you made during the quest, and then enter the front doors. And if you have none of those methods, you can use the teleport to boat, but first you're going to need to dock nearby. There's no huge stat gate to do this boss. You'll just need to be somewhere around 70 to 75 in your combat stats, and you're going to want protection prayers as well as piety. You're for sure going to need protect from melee, as that's your baseline for most of the fight, with occasional protect from magic flicks, which we're going to talk about. If you're comfortable at things like Royal Titans or Perilous Moons, then you're for sure going to be able to handle this boss. The important thing is your weapon choice. Mad Angel is extremely weak to crush. Not just a little bit, but very weak. So your weapon choice matters more than most bosses in this tier, because the DPS gap between styles is huge. Basically, she's weak to Golembane, and she's one of the very few bosses in the game with this weakness. The Granite Hammer is the strongest weapon here. If you're just stepping into the mid game and you don't have the money to get some of the better weapons, you can use a zombie axe. It's a very good crush weapon, cheap and easy to get from the zombie pillar event, and it punches through Mad Angel's defense so well. You can also bring a dragon mace. It's very cheap and a good spec weapon here. Also bring your Dragon Defender, Barrow's Gloves, Berserker Ring if you have it, even better if you have the imbued version, your Fire Cape, or honestly the best cape you have, Amulet of Glory or a budget amulet option, or Fury I guess if you've got one, and then you can use Blood Moon Armor, and that is if you've done Perilous Moons. Otherwise, honestly, Rune Armor is more than fine. Your armor isn't going to massively change the impact of the fight here. Don't skip this boss because you think you're going to need some crazy armor or crazy weapons. Honestly, with a little bit of practice, the boss is very easy. I would say there's only one punishing mechanic which we'll get onto. For your mid tier, you can bring a Fang. It's a bit better than the zombie axe, but I wouldn't say it's a major difference. You can also bring a Zami Hasta. Make sure it's on Crush, and this is also another decent option, especially for Ironmen who might not have other options. And then also the Abyssal Bludgeon. If you happen to have one, it's a bit better than the zombie axe, but again, it's not so important. In the high tier, the weapon will make a massive difference. The Granite Hammer is the best in slot weapon here, mainly because of the Golembane bonus. It's stronger than the Scythe, the Inquisitor's Mace, and the Soul Reaper Axe. If you're a main who can afford one, I would definitely say to buy it. Bring a spec weapon like a Dragon Warhammer if you have it, but if you don't, then a Dragon Mace is fine. And if you have neither of them, then a Voidwaker or Burning Claws. I wouldn't say it's crazy important. Your kills are going to range from 1 to 3 minutes, obviously depending on your level and your DPS. The mechanics are pretty simple. You're going to be protecting from melee for the basic melee swings. This attack does do chip damage even through protect from melee, but not a lot, so just bring some food and you can tank it easily. Then there's the attack where she raises her sword. One wing goes up and you need to step to the opposite side of the wing that she raised. If you get it wrong, you do get hit, but again, not for a lot. If you're struggling to run to the complete opposite side in time, then you can step to the left or the right, depending on which wing goes up. If her swing is going to go to the left, you go to the right, and vice versa. Then there's the scary one, the Mage attack. She raises her wings, and that's your tell to protect from Mage. It's when the wings go right to the back. You're going to need to time it right and protect from Mage. If you do, you're going to take no damage and hit your max hit. If you don't, this one can hit a little hard. At first she'll do it just once, and this one's pretty easy to dodge, but then later on in the fight she does it 3 times. She'll chain it together 3 times, with the first one being slow, the second one being a little bit faster, and the last one being very fast. You'll get used to the timing and the ticks to flick to mage. You can't do it too early, and you can't obviously do it too late. But once you get it down, you're going to do massive damage here, as you're going to hit 3 max hits. And then the final special is the light orb, or the ping pong attack. She summons a shadow tile, and you need to get to it before the projectile lands. If you do, you'll bounce the orb back at her for some damage. If you miss, the entire arena gets hit with a shockwave, and you can't avoid this. She does this 3 times in a set, and the 3rd time she gets damaged even more. Realistically, this boss isn't extremely punishing. You have a lot of time to eat, and with a few kills, I'm sure that you'll get the mechanics and get the kills down. Drop wise, the Mad Angel isn't crazy good. She's not going to make you rich, but it's not bad loot if you just got into the mid game. She drops granite dust, which upgrades cannonballs. This can be good for anyone training Slayer. She also drops some alchables, and then things like super combat potions, the teleport scrolls to get back to her, and a new melee weapon unique. It's kind of like a melee version of the Venator bow, but just not that strong. It's not really going to be amazing outside Slayer, and then even then I don't know if people are going to use it. I guess we'll have to see. But if you get it dropped while you're trying out the new boss, then that's nice. It's a collection log. Overall, it's not the highest GP per hour, but it's new content, pretty fun, so why not give it a go. But yeah, now that you know everything that you need to know for the boss, here's a live kill so you can see exactly what to do in real time. So this is what I'm going to be using for the video. It's pretty basic stuff, to be honest, maybe except for the Suffering and the Ferocious gloves. But everything else is pretty accessible, and maybe not the face guard, but yeah. I normally use the Necklace of Passage, and then I just run this way, use the rocks from the quest, the shortcut that I made. And then once I'm here, I'm just gonna go through the doors here, and I'll be right there. So I'm gonna climb over. Just gonna put on my Dragon Mace, special attack, summon a thrall, set for melee, piety, and then just attack the boss. So it's gonna start off with some melee attacks. Just gonna use all my specs. And then it's going to do its first special. It's going to do it slower this time. You can see that you can go across 1 time, hit, get another hit, and then go. This side you'll only be able to get 1 hit, and then you go again. It's slower on the first half of the fight. Sorry, I didn't hit. But you can hit twice there. And then yeah, it will stop doing it. Go back to melee attacks. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. There's only really one mechanic, this, but the harder one. So you're gonna want to do it on the very last tick. When the wings go right to the back, that's when you're gonna want to protect from mage. The very last tick. And yeah, you won't take any damage, and you'll hit your max hit. And then this is easy. Just stand in the shadow. But yeah, you'll see very last tick. This is the harder one. Last tick, and then that's 1 tick. Yeah, and then you just don't take any damage, and you do a lot of damage. It's maybe a little bit to get used to, but you will. And then on this one, she's going to do it a lot faster. You can't hit twice. You have to go straight away, otherwise you're going to get hit. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Very simple kill. Anything nice? Okay, cool. But yeah. So yeah, pretty simple stuff, to be honest. If you've got the requirements, do the quest. It's really short, and come give the boss a go. Thank you for watching the video. And again, if you enjoy my content in any way, I'd appreciate a nomination in the description. While you're down there, you can also find a link to the Discord community. I hope you're having a good day, and until the next one, peace.